way it works is if it's broken down into amounts. If it's $0 to $25,000, then the district has to go out and get one bid. If it's $25,000 to $100,000, we have to go out and we have to get 3 bids. We have to advertise, have at least 3 bids come in. If it's over $100,000, then it's a graduated. I mean, logically, just the more money that's going to be spent, the more intensive the process. The additional advertising has to be done in the newspapers so that as many contractors as possible can make the bid. When that all comes in, then yes, based on the criteria that is put together, and that's much of what's contained in the materials that were submitted with the agenda, is how is this going to work and what are the materials that we're going to use. I think that's a big part of the process to make sure that things are done the same way consistently every time with the statute. Is this is what we're going to follow. This is going to have to be modified slightly from time to time depending on the nature of the project, but that's the way the bids are awarded. They're open together. It's transparent. Everybody knows, what the bids are, and then the board ultimately, unless it's within the realm of the general manager's discretion, which is, $5,000.
$25,000 if it's budgeted for.
Yeah. Well, and that's another issue we'll have to talk about because there's differing amounts in different documents, but. The board for any project over $25,000 is going to make the award based on the bids that come in.
Yeah, and in the past, again, we did have bid openings. It's public bids and things of that nature. So that's make that clear that in past bid projects, it's maybe slight little areas that could be improved, but things were being followed.
Okay, is there any other comments? Okay, is there any
other comments? Comments in respect to this subject, or?
Yeah, this subject.
I just had a question on, even up to 10,000, if it's for materials and stuff, you guys usually get 2 or 3 bids on that. So I mean, it's not like we're not,
Correct. By statutes, we're not required, but we go above and beyond
right.
and doing that.
Yeah.
Before the board makes a motion on this, in all fairness to Bo, he was out of the office all last week when we put this on the agenda, and he only had, I think this morning, to take a look at the actual documents. He did a quick review of them and found a couple of minor errors, that some statutory sites in the documents, and so if you do make a motion, I'd recommend that it includes that we adopt it with the suggested corrections that Bo has found in the documents.
Or we can wait until it's
Or you can table it
finalized.
and wait until it's finalized, yeah.
Back.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I'd be inclined to do, is wait until it's finalized.
Okay.
Then I'll make a motion that we have this document go to Bo to be reviewed and brought back to our next meeting with any changes to, with working with staff to clear that up so that we can make it work.
And Katie, on your motion, do you want to include something with respect to if we are adopting the city's documents entirely, they do have that more complex process in place for awarding contracts for professional services. We talked about, I think staff's.
Yeah, I think make staff recommendation there, because I think we want to not be so stringent on that because of the difference in the makeup of what we do.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Call for the vote. All of those raise their right hand. And Rich?
How about aye?
Okay, motion carried.